I think we start there. Let's talk through the injury list that we have right now. Get into what that means for the team, not only in like the short term with the absence and what they're doing, but then also long-term rest of this season, because there's a lot that goes into this now. So Matthew Barzal and Adam Pelech both out 4 to 6 weeks with an injury. We'll start there. I feel like we cannot be surprised anymore that Adam Pelech is going to miss 20 games. This is every single season now, the last 3 years. And if you go back to 2019-20, that's what, 6 years ago now at this point? So that's 4 of the last 6 years where he has missed significant time every single year. And you say, well, it's just bad luck, bad injury luck. I don't know. When it's repetitive like this, it's not so much the bad luck.
Right now, I was thinking about that just before coming on. While I was in the bathroom, peek behind the curtain. I think when I go to the bathroom about the show, thinking about the last couple of injuries. You have this one here, rogue puck to the face, right? Nothing you can do, and it's not like he stepped in front of a shot, right? He wasn't trying to block that shot. He was just standing there and it happened to hit him. And then last year's Brendan Gallagher grew like 5 inches taller than he actually is and slammed him in the face with his elbow. So like, again, like it's not like he's getting himself into a situation where, again, he's either blocking a shot by like full on selling himself out to try to get in front of something, or he's hitting anything on skates and he's trying to generate some sort of physicality, a la Alex Romanov. That would make sense. So he hit the guy so hard that he hurt himself. Fine. That's not what Pelech is doing. In the last couple of years, the most recent injuries that have kept them out long term have been pure accidents. But you're right, at a certain point, like those are the exceptions. The norm seems to be that the guy is made out of a glass house recently. Which
is not good for a defenseman, like in that position in particular. Like your body's going to take a beating. It's a very taxing position to play, and his role as a defensive defenseman is a taxing thing. Like, you're not saying you got to throw the body around like prime Johnny Boychuk or anything, but like,
right.
I don't know. He has a lot of responsibility, and it's a physical game, and his role is physical, and this is a repeat issue now. And the scary thing, Mitch, because my response in my head, at least after this, is like, the Islanders cannot continue to go into seasons expecting Adam Pelech to be a top 4 defenseman for them, because he's not going to give you a full season. He's not. But the problem is he's got 4 more years at $5.75 million. So you cannot escape that contract. It's so easy to go, oh, well, the Islanders just got to get out of that contract. But how the hell are you doing that?
Easier said than done. And I think, to be fair to all of us, we all liked that contract when it was signed. That was a totally fair contract to sign. No one is mad at him signing that contract. It's just circumstantially, you can be of a position where you're like, oh, crap. It kind of sucks now that he's falling off. And he hasn't been the same player since. There was a few games this year, like leading up to this injury, obviously, where he was playing well. Things were going well for him. He was turning it around. He was becoming a more stable defenseman. The guy were maybe not peak Adam Pelech, but as close to maybe 80%. And then he's out 4 to 6 weeks. Yippalai. And that throws a big wrench into our plans, because he was the number 3 defenseman. Really, it was Pelech in terms of ice time, Pelech, Dobson, Pelech, and then Romanov. Maybe interchange him and Romanov in terms of ice time. It might be a little bit close between those two. But he's clearly top 4 guy for us, playing 20 to 24 minutes a night. And when you lose that, well, you can't trust the guys behind him to do that, because they weren't doing it to begin with.
No. Not good.
And then the guys coming up to replace the guys who couldn't do it in the first place can't do it either.
You see, I know you were busy yesterday, but did you see the Samuel Bolduc turnover?
I did. I didn't think it was that bad.
Oh, it was pretty bad.
The one where he gets picked from behind by Riley Smith?
Yeah.
It's not great.
It's a little embarrassing.
I don't think it's... I think the Noah Dobson is worse to me.
Oh, okay, fair. Yeah, I would say yes, but it's... Yeah. He got sent back to the minors, and Patrick Waugh was like, he's got to play better if he wants to play up with us, and then right back down he goes.
So I said this on the Discord, and I want to know if you agree. I'm sure you will. Do you think this is the last we see Samuel Bolduc at the NHL level
Yes.
for us? I should say.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Same.
Yeah. Hard agree.
He's not. This is going to be a blow to him, and I don't think he's going to recover very quickly from it. And if he does, it's going to be somewhere else.
No, it's not going to be here. You know, we were talking Adam Pelech for a while there, and just to give you my state of where I am in all of this, Adam Pelech buyout actually isn't that bad.
Is it? You've done it? You just did it?
You pull it up. This is where my head is at. All right.
You might as well.
So they would save the next 4 years, $3.83 million. And then the 4 years after that, you'd be on the hook for 1.9 in 2030 through 2033.
Yeah.
I wonder how that, like, obviously you're on cap wages, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what it would look like later if we did that next. I don't think he's going to do that. He being Lou is going to do that this year, but maybe that comes up next year if this just doesn't get better at all. I still don't see it there, but it's a good option.
It's starting in 25-26. That's not including this year.
Right. Obviously, of course. Right. What am I telling you? Only certain buyout windows, obviously. I'm thinking.
But that might have to be an out. And I can't believe it's freaking November 4th. They're 12 games into a season, and we're sitting here being like, well, maybe they just got to buy out Adam Pelech.
If you like that, make sure to subscribe to Up the Turnpike on Patreon for more exclusive New York Islanders content.